This is lesson 176. We're still in transformations and basic graphs. And today we're going to take a look at non-rigid transformations with abstract functions. So this is the only example, so make sure that you do get this down. But what happens when we are applying this vertical scaling to our graphs? Now, we're not really going to focus on anything in this class that deals with the x. It's just going to be with the y. And so the idea is, if I had some function, and here's my function, what is it when I have this 2 that's in front? So 2 times my function. Well, what that 2 tells you, or at least the way that we need to think about this, is f of x is the same as y. And so what we're actually doing is we're stretching our y value by a factor of 2. Another way of thinking of it is you're multiplying every single y value by 2. So if I'm doing that, here are my x values, here's the point, here's my y values. If I want to apply this 2 times f of x, that means I'm taking every y value and I'm multiplying every y value by 2. So then I get my new set of points here. And what does that look like? Well, it's as if I stretched it, like think of it like this way, where it originally was. I pulled on the graph, right? I'm stretching the graph like I would a rubber band. But all I did was multiply every y value by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2, 6. 5 times 2, 10. Notice the x values weren't affected because there was no value modifying my x value. So what did we learn today? We talked about how to apply non-rigid transformations to abstract functions. And so the best way to think about it is whenever you see this f of x, we need to think of that as y. And so whatever that number is in front of your f of x, so for example, if it said 3 times f of x, you're multiplying all your y values by 3. This does conclude our lesson. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments.